Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Let's wait for a few minutes. A lot of people will be joining us. I hope everyone's having a great Sunday. And hello. Hi, Sonal. How are you? I love reading your messages. So many of you send photos of the things that you've made before. Hi, Lakshmi. And it really, really makes me very happy to see so many of you are getting such good results with our recipes. Today, yet again, we're going to make an incredible dessert. I just want to introduce myself before we start. I'm Chef Shivangi Surana from Dessert Lane. We are based out of Jaipur. And growing up, gulab jamun was my absolute favorite dessert. And I sort of felt like I needed to recreate it and give it my own style. So we created this cardamom sponge with a beautiful saffron glaze. And it's somehow just so divine, and it just reminds me of that biting into that beautiful gulab jamun, fresh out of fresh, hot, made at home, filled with nuts. So we're going to be putting some pistachios, some rose petals on top of this. Hi, Sangeeta. Nice to see you again. And yeah, I'm so excited to share this recipe with you all today. For a lot of you who are asking who I am, I'm Chef Shivangi Surana from Dessert Lane. And thank you for joining us. I know this takes a bit of time for it to reach everybody and notify everybody that I'm live. So yeah, I'm very grateful that all of you are here. And let's get started. Guys, please feel free to ask any questions. I will be posting the full recipe after this session is over on my Instagram. I made one mistake. I was supposed to be live at 3 on Amul's page, and I by mistake went live on my page. So sorry about the delay, everybody. But yeah, let's get started. I have preheated my oven to 170 degrees Celsius. I can't stress enough how important it is to have your oven at its at the required temperature, preheating for at least 15 minutes before you're ready to put it in the oven. So always remember to preheat before you start anything related to baking at least. Sheetal, today we're going to be making a gulab jamun inspired cake, and I hope you give this a try once I'm done showing it to all of you. So I'm going to turn my camera and just show all of you what we're going to be doing today. Right, we are plugged in. So first of all, I've already greased and lined my bundt tin with some flour. You can also obviously put butter paper at the bottom, and it'll become non-stick. This is another way to make it non-stick. Just put oil or butter, dust some maida on it, just shake it around, and it becomes nice and non-stick for you. So when you tap your cake out, it'll slide right out. The next thing we're going to do is make our own version of buttermilk. Now this buttermilk is not charge. It is buttermilk that is made with cold milk curdled with a tablespoon of lemon juice. So here's my cold milk, and I'm just going to add a tablespoon of lemon juice to this. And I'm just going to set this aside for it to thicken up. It's going to become slightly thick, and that's when we're going to use it in a cake. Meanwhile, we're going to get started on the dry mix. Now, it's very important to make your dry mix super duper homogeneous so that when you're mixing it with the liquids, everything becomes nice and easy to mix and fold together. So here I have maida. This is just plain maida. Now to this, I'm going to add some suji. Now the reason why I'm adding suji, it's not a traditional addition to a cake, but the reason why I'm adding this is because it adds a nice texture. It gives it a very nice bite to your cake. So just very little, it's only 50 grams, but 50 grams goes a long way. Now the next thing I'm adding is milk powder. Now the reason we are adding milk powder is because a traditional gulab jamun has mawa, and to sort of replicate that flavor of milk and milk solids, that's why we are adding our milk powder to this recipe. To this, I'm also going to add some cardamom powder. What I've done is I've taken 4 or 5 pods of cardamom, and I've just crushed it up with a mortar and pestle. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that. And lastly, our sugar. Now the sugar inside the cake is not too much because we're going to be pouring a sugar syrup on top of this. So if you feel like the batter is less sweet, please keep it that way. Don't get tempted to add more sugar. And we're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of baking soda. So this is just regular leveled teaspoon of baking powder and a level teaspoon of baking soda. Simple. Now, baking soda, baking powder cannot be replaced. You have to use both. It's very important because you want to make sure that the sponge is nice and airy, and this is what adds air to your cake. So now we're just going to stir everything together. Pinky, the measurement, the quantity, everything will be up on my Instagram, which is dessertlane.india. So you will be able to get access to it after this session. Right now, I just want to share the base recipe with all of you. So now that this is nicely mixed, we're going to get back to our wet ingredients. So in the 2 minutes that I've kept it away, it's slightly thickened up, it's curdled a bit. And now to this, I'm going to add my oil. This is just plain flavorless oil. Good afternoon, Daisy. Nice to see you here. Hi, Bobby. So this is just refined flavorless oil. And now the reason why I'm using refined oil is because it doesn't leave any flavor. When you bite into your cake, you don't want to be able to taste your oil in it. So that's the reason why I suggest using a refined oil. Hello Shivani, all the quantities will be posted on my Instagram page, which is dessertlane.india. Yes, you can get it on Facebook, Pinky. I will be posting it under your comments, so don't worry about it. I spend about a whole day replying to everybody's questions, comments under this chat, so don't worry, I will get back to it. And I'm adding about half a teaspoon of rose extract. You can add rose water as well, but just make sure your rose water is edible, because there are a couple in the market that are only for like your face or using it in masks. It's not meant to be eaten. So just make sure that it's edible rose water. And once this is mixed, I'm just going to pour this into my dry mixture. Ever so gently. Perfect. And now we're just going to gently whisk this all together. Hi Akash, we are making a gulab jamun inspired cake with some saffron glaze, so stay tuned. Now don't go crazy whisking this, you just want it to be homogeneous and that's all you're looking for. That's it. It took us about 30 seconds to mix this all up and it's ready. You see why it's important to preheat your oven? Because it took us so little time to put this all together. Now just go in with the spatula, make sure you get the edges and you stir everything really, really well together. Hi Rachna, I will be posting the recipe right under your comment after this session is over. And now we'll just pour it into our cake tin. So just go in. Now always remember, whenever you're pouring into a cake tin, you don't want to fill more than halfway up because cakes rise, right? And for people who have complaints of a deflated cake, of a sunken cake, it's possibly because your tin was too small for the amount of batter you poured in. So I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to add just this much. And the rest I'm going to put in a loaf and bake it off later. Now this just gets baked for about an hour. In the oven at 170 degrees Celsius. You need to bake this for until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. So you want to make sure that it's fully cooked through. For some ovens, it's about 70 minutes, 80 minutes. For some ovens, it's 60. So it really depends on your oven. That's it. So just pop this in the oven. And we're going to bake it at 180. I'm going to start with 1 hour and see what happens. Yes, you basically put the wet into the dry, not the dry into the wet. Now, I wanted to show you guys how I would decorate this, since our live session is only for 30 minutes. And I knew that we wouldn't be able to wait until it's ready. So I decided to pre-bake one for all of you. and show you guys how I would decorate it after that bundt is ready. So here I've made half the recipe in a loaf tin. So, hi Mala, yes, I will definitely post it for you. It's really nice and moist. I've poked some holes into it because into this I'm going to pour my syrup. This is just a regular gulab jamun syrup with some sugar, some water, some lemon juice. I've put some cinnamon stick, I've put some cloves, cardamom powder, saffron, and I'm just going to pour this on top of this. Now this will obviously help it sweeten up, but it will also make it super nice and moist from within as well. And what's a gulab jamun without its syrup? So please make sure to be generous with this. Don't be scared because we didn't put so much sugar inside the cake. So now you just want your cake to sort of just take all of this in. It'll take about 5 minutes for it to soak through, which is why it's important to push the syrup around so that you help it go in, seep in. Now this cake has a shelf life of about 3 days. It's not very long because of the amount of sugar syrup that we are adding. It ends up moistening the cake, which reduces the shelf life of the cake. Hello Priyanka, I will be sharing the recipe right after this session. You can always go to my Instagram page, which is dessertlane.india, and take a look at the recipe after the session is over. And you can always go on the side as well. So with your spoon, just rub it along the side. Anything that is dripping, you just want to agitate it a little bit, spread it. And that's it. So while that is soaking, hi Meena. So this recipe is actually a very high liquid recipe. So you need to bake this for an hour. I made this cake this morning and it took me about 80 minutes to bake this one. And you see it's really nice, soft, it's not dense, and I will cut into it and show you. So trust me when I say you will need that much time to put this cake together. Now here I have icing sugar. It's about a cup of icing sugar, and this is what I'm going to be using for my glaze. Now the glaze is absolutely optional. You don't have to do it. You can leave it as it is. But I'm going to add some saffron milk, which I've made before. What I did was I just soaked some strands of saffron in warm milk, and I just let that sit. And I'm just going to stir this really well. Now it may look like I've put very little liquid into my icing sugar, but trust me, it's easier to add than to remove. So, okay, I'm gonna go in with another. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of actually this liquid, which is really nice and fragrant. Not only is it gonna make my icing moist, but it'll also add those spices to my cake. Now it's a very nice like tea time cake. You can enjoy this with masala chai, sit outside by the window, share it with your friends, call people over. It's definitely a crowd pleasing flavor because who doesn't like gulab jamun? I feel like it's one of the best desserts of our country. Everybody, whether in the north, in the south, in the east, in the west, everybody knows what a gulab jamun is. So I felt like it was one of those desserts that I had to recreate. And as you can see, our glaze is slowly coming together. So you just want to make sure it's pourable. So right now it's still a bit stiff. So I'm going to go in with another teaspoon of milk. Now with icing sugar, you want to be careful. You don't want to add too much liquid in the beginning. You want to go a little bit at a time and slowly stir it and get it super moist. Hello Lakshmi, thank you so much. Hi Monica, my Instagram page is dessertlane.india. The recipe will be posted at 4 p.m. So please make sure you head to my page to check out the recipe as well. So as you can see, this is nice and pourable. And this is what you're looking for. You should be able to see these ribbons because that's what's going to set on your cake. If it's too runny, it'll all slide down and that's not what you want. So just make sure you get into those edges. It's smelling so amazing in this room because of all this saffron and cardamom. So I'm going to just set this aside. And we're going to bring our cake. Now I have an offset spatula, so I'm just going to run that over my cake to make sure all the glaze is nice and inside the cake. Otherwise my icing sugar mixture is going to just slide off. All right, now that looks beautiful. Now ideally you would do this and you would let the cake sit for half an hour, but since I am not patient and I need to show all of you how beautiful this looks after it's ready, so I'm just going to pour it straight on top. Just agitate it a little bit. Pour it and then just use a spatula to sort of move it around. Now you want to let it slide on the edges because that drip effect looks absolutely gorgeous. But just spread it out to the corners and let it drip so that it covers your cake. Now you can use the back of a palette knife, or you can use a butter knife, whatever you have at home. You can always just use that. And trust me, a thin layer goes a long way. And that's all. Now I'm just going to decorate this with some dried rose petals. So this is, now again, this is food grade. Please, if you have roses at home, make sure you wash them really, really well. Make sure that no insecticides or pesticides were sprayed on it before you put it on your cake. You can easily buy this on Amazon. It's very readily available. And I love the combination of rose, cardamom, saffron, pistachio. Just top it up with some chopped pistachios. Not only does it add a lot of color to your cake, but it also adds that crunch that you enjoy when you bite into a nice gulab jamun. And that's it. That's our full cake. It's looking absolutely delicious. So easy to make. The extra time that you need to be patient is when it's in the oven. And now it's time we cut into it. So I'm just going to go in with my knife. Now make sure you use this back and forth motion. That's very important when you're cutting into a cake. And just look at this crumb. Wow, it's so nice, so moist. And this has been baked for 80 minutes. It's absolutely not dry. It is so beautiful. You can see those little specks of cardamom in it. And it smells amazing, and I can't wait to taste it. And I can't wait for all of you to try this recipe out. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's session. It was quick, it was delicious, and please spend a minute, take a look at this, click pictures, take screenshots. I will be posting pictures on my page as well. If there are any questions, please feel free to DM me, to message over here, and I will be more than happy to reply to everybody's questions. Thank you, Jatinder. Thank you so much. I'm just really excited to bite into this one. It's absolutely gorgeous. It looks stunning. Just look at that drip. And you get that beautiful bite of pistachio and rose in every bite. Just look at it from inside. Isn't that beautiful? And that semolina and the milk powder really make it taste like a real gulab jamun. You know, that's what you need to get that nice crunch, that bite, that flavor of milk in your cake. And all of these ingredients are easily available in our houses: baking powder, baking soda, maida, suji. So I always try to simplify our recipes for people baking at home so that they can recreate these and enjoy the beautiful flavors that are always there. So thank you so much. Manisha, the Instagram page is dessertlane.india. I just wanted to let everybody know that we are hosting a pizza session tomorrow. For anybody who would like to join us, please click the link under my bio on my Instagram, and you will be able to access it. And do sign up, because if not cake, I would be a pizza chef. So it's one of my most favorite things to do is experiment with pizzas. We bake about 3 pizzas a week, try new stuff, try new flavors, new recipes. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of you over there as well. It is a smaller lesson, so there'll be about 10 of us. so it'll be a little bit more personal. But do share your feedback, do share your images, do share what you've created, and hope you enjoy your Sunday. Stay safe, stay healthy, everybody. Thank you so much. I will be sharing the recipe after this session is over on my Instagram, dessertlane.india, as well as under your chat. So stay tuned, guys. Bye-bye.